Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Hello, Iowa Democrats. I believe Democrats win when we talk about our values. And here's an important one for me. No matter where you live in America, you ought to have a chance to build a secure future for yourself and your family, and you ought to be able to count on a federal government that's on your side. But for decades now, in rural America, in small town America, that just hasn't been the case. And that's why a couple of days ago, I rolled out an expanded plan for rural America. And here's where it starts. It starts with health care. It starts with the importance of keeping our community hospitals and our doctors in business. You know, community loses its hospital, young families can't move in, and seniors feel like they have to leave. So here's how I see this. We start by being willing to fight against hospital mergers that cost us our local hospitals. And we recognize the economics. Small hospitals operate on thin margins. That means everybody who comes in the door needs to be covered by health care. That's one of the reasons I support Medicare for all. And we have to be willing to put in the resources to support our rural hospitals, to make sure we've got enough doctors and nurses, that medical service is available to everyone in this country, all across this country. Part 2 of this plan is to make sure that we have access to high-speed internet everywhere in America. That's how you participate in a 21st century economy. And part 3, we need a farm plan that works for independent farmers. Farm plans for too long have been about big ag. We need to have the courage to break up big ag, to fight against big ag, to say no more sucking every last dollar out of the pockets of our independent farmers. I support supply management, and I say it's time for a new policy, an innovative policy, to bring in every single farmer, make them part of the solution to climate crisis, put them on the front lines. These are the people who will help take care of our land for generations to come and help us have a habitable planet for generations to come. And one more, trade war by tweet is not working for our farmers. I promise you this, when I'm president, when I negotiate a trade deal, there will be independent farmers at the table to make sure we get this right. And one last point I want to make. When I talk about structural change in our economy, when I talk about the kind of changes we need to make, it's so this economy works for everyone. Think about it this way. We need more power in the hands of workers. That means make it easier to join a union and give unions more power when they negotiate. And it's time for a wealth tax in this country. $0.02 from the top 0.1%, and we can have universal child care, universal pre-K, universal college, $50 billion into historically black colleges and universities. And we can cancel student loan debt for 95% of the folks who've got it. We've had enough of an America where the government works better and better and better for a thinner and thinner slice at the top. 2020 is our chance. We can make this government work for all of America. Let's do this, Democrats. Dream big, fight hard, let's win.